No subject video again, I think. Well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll try to make a subject. Well, why am I thinking out loud on video? Oh, God, that must be incredibly annoying. Oh man, if anybody else did that, I'd block the fucker. Oh yeah, I read on the YouTube blog that they're not going to do the beta thing right away. You know, it was supposed to be the other day. They were supposed to switch over everybody. But apparently they still have some bugs in it and features they're going to add. So we'll see how that goes. Because I guess they got a lot of complaints. You know, people want the transparency stuff, and the thing that really irks me is, you know, I just want to be able to get to the video page fast, and so they ought to give the users some choices about how the videos display. I just want to go to like say if I have somebody bookmarked, I want to go to their video page directly and see what their latest videos are. I don't want to have to reorder them or do any other crap. I want to know what they featured. I don't give a shit. I mean, really, if they're going to change the channel design, they ought to do it with the users in mind, you know. But whatever. Just, I don't know. So what else? So anyway, they're not gonna do the change. They won't specify a date because they don't want to break another deadline thing. You know, they look kind of stupid. A billion-dollar company, and you know, says they're going to do something on a specific date and they don't do it, and makes them look kind of silly. But we already know it's a silly company, like 6 employees or something. Anyway, so that's 2 subjects. Let's see if there's any other technical issues. Yeah, my subscriber thing is really fucked up. I'm subscribed to like 600 people, and only about 50 are showing up in my subscription box. So if I ain't seen your videos, it's because can't. I mean, I miss a lot of them anyway, just because I don't check that often, and you know, and then there's pages of new videos. But yeah, now it's the other problem is you know, I'm not going to be able to see them just because YouTube is pretending I'm not subscribed to a lot of people. So maybe that's just a bug with their beta crap. I don't know. But just a little irritant. No, that's about it for the news, I think. Channel news, anyway. So now we'll think for a minute. Maybe I'll turn the camera off and actually think of a subject. Alright, back. Yeah, I did post a couple of response videos to that Math Fails guy who did a couple of ponage videos. I guess the war is still on for some reason. I thought it was over. Not that it's a serious war, it's just buffooning around, which is fine, but whatever. So anyway, they're on the Do Not God channel, if you haven't seen them. Kind of strange videos. But anyway, who cares? Sort of the whole point is, this life thing is just so fucked up. It wouldn't matter if I just unscrewed my head right now and, you know, rolled it down that path. I mean, who cares? This is just really fucked up. So who the hell cares about naked butts and shit? But whatever. You know, in his last video, when he was poning me, he sort of made it really obvious just how silly this whole argument is. I mean, there's no reason to get spiritual about our existence. This is a deterministic universe. The matter's been in motion for billions of years. This event was just entirely unavoidable. Every little bit of the energy that I made out of had a calculated path, and this is the end result. And there's just nothing to debate here. This is a mechanical system. We are the descendant of a very crude reproducing machine. That's all it did. It consumed enough stuff to reproduce itself. That's the blueprint. That's what that's the definition of what we are. And we call it life and get all drippy about it. But it's it's a mechanical process. And I'll say it again, yeah, we're eccentric, but we're not incredibly spectacularly anything. We got very shallow and superficial ambitions. Our pleasures are crude. You know, and then there's that suffering thing that people just keep discounting. They just keep whitewashing over it and saying, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many bad moments of conscious experience are endured, because somehow our little chasey game makes it all okay. And it's just such a shallow argument. There's no room for, you know, yes, the plan of the universe was to just let life evolve for 4 billion years because that makes sense. Because they knew exactly how it was all going to turn out. I mean, if they knew exactly how it was all going to turn out, they'd be fucktards for letting it turn out so stupid. And if they didn't know how it was going to turn out, well, then you got to call them reckless assholes, because, you know, frankly, it could have been any beastie that got intelligence. What if Tyrannosauruses got intelligence? And what if they never grew any ethics? You know, what if some animal that really had no capacity, or little capacity to acquire empathy, was to acquire intelligence? It would just be a scheming tool. And if they ended up getting intelligent enough to be philosophers, like I said, it's a dead end. The philosophy only leads one place, and that is, we're just, you know, an eccentric manifestation of a biological process that was, you know, initiated with a cell that accidentally, you know, not on purpose, but just as a product of its function, reproduced itself. And that's it. There's no magic here. There's no going someplace else, either in mind or body. This is the reality. And people who are defending other mush are defending just that mush. It's bullshit. Gotta cross the stream. So I'll switch hands a little bit so I don't get my foot wet. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, it's a subject worth, you know, you can just say, okay, it's redundant, you're going over this and over this, but you really have to keep going over it, because people keep denying the facts. They keep pulling bullshit out of their asses. Dear me, little fucker. Too many of them bastards. Anyway, and you know, you've got people talking about, all right, there's a multiverse, and some aliens from the multiverse jumped a dimension and spawned us. It's like, what? For what reason? I mean, I know there's humans fucktarded enough to do that shit, but that's because we're barely intelligent. I mean, we've only really known the good stuff about our reality for a couple hundred years. I mean, without, you know, Darwin and Einstein and such, we'd be pretty ignorant. Not that that stuff wasn't inevitable. I mean, those realizations. But yeah, give or take a few hundred years, we're sort of in the spiral of awareness or knowledge or information, and I contend that the spiral is going to put a lot of human beings, they're inevitably going to have to just deal with the facts. You know, they can't keep pretending it forever, because the facts just point to a reality that we're just fucktarded psychology, and we're not doing anything more substantial than what those first microbes were doing, you know, 4 billion years ago. And the only difference is we're capable of the delusion that something else is going on. We can invent a God. We can invent magical spiritual connectedness or some other mumbo jumbo, when all we are is need psychology. We need, we want, we desire, we crave, we pursue, we we have an agenda established by our biology, and that psychology that has grown out of that through evolution, that has kept our ancestors alive, kept them surviving into the next generation. But that's not an accomplishment. In and of itself, it doesn't mean anything. People, that's the old farts. Town's got a few of those. You even say howdy, and they don't even say howdy back. Fuckers. But anyway, longer walk than usual, so you'll get to see some different scenery, perhaps.